Let's move on then.
Jake,
Let's move on then.
Jake, were you made into a fan of While She Sleeps
Did you
with
join the
their
Sleep Society?
did you join the Sleep Society after While She Sleeps' new album, Sleep Society?
Before I give you my answer, I feel like Sleep Society is basically just like the band's version of a Hivemind. Am I
No,
wrong?
it's
pretty
called
much.
a cult, not a hive mind.
Well,
They make
there's
money
a
off
connection there. There's a connection there between
They
a
make money off
Hivemind
of
and
it. It's a
whatever
cult.
the
Yeah,
Sleep
exactly.
Society is. And to answer your question, I think I'm a fan now.
Ooh.
I enjoyed this album. I didn't love it,
Yes.
but there are definitely some very good tracks on this album, and I think it opens up with the best one of them all. Enlightenment is one of my favorite opening tracks of the entire year. It That's one of those. It's a 5 minute long song. It doesn't feel like the 5 minute runtime, similar to what you were
Agreed.
mentioning with Morning Song. Um, it's a fantastic opener. It doesn't. It has that nice build up to it, and then you get straight into the riff, which just hits hard. And I feel like the chorus is also pretty powerful as well. Overall, just a fantastic opening track. From that point on, I go kind of all over the place with how I'm feeling about the album. I still haven't really clicked with You Are All You Need. And then we get Systematic being another one of my favorite songs on the album. Then you get Nervous, which is like, it exists, like it's not a bad song, but I also I don't love it as much as I did when I first heard it. I feel like that's also probably due to the strength of some of the other songs on this album. Then you get Know Your Worth, which I think is a really solid song. It's just a bunch of ups and downs for me on this album.
So, I love this album, but it does have its flaws.
What are they?
Derek is right, somewhat.
Oh, yeah. I never thought I'd
No.
hear this. Please go on.
No, it's just Division.
Make sure we're still
Street.
recording.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta
Go back to your corner,
Go for it.
Yeah, Division Street is probably the biggest one that is
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Look, man, this album, instrumentally fantastic.
Mhm.
All right, this band's instrumental talent out of this world. There is a great cohesive message across the board in terms of like activism, in terms of cohesion, both like as a people and within like the band and their fans. I love the inclusion of their fans. I don't see a lot of bands doing that, so this is really neat that they're able to do it, even to go so far as to name the album after them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get behind this vocal delivery. It's the Devil Wears Prada issue. I just, for whatever reason, if each of these songs were kind of 2.5, 3 minutes, I could do it. For whatever reason, this vocal style just isn't clicking with me, and I don't know how to remedy it. Like at this point, like I've given it a ton of chances. I love whatever it's called. You're All You Need, and like obviously like Silent Speaks is great, but like everything else outside of that, it feels like it's too much of the same thing. Not whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just too much of the same vocal style to me that isn't clicking. And then the 7 minute closer felt weird. It felt weird.
Yeah,
I
it
wish it closed
definitely-
with Call of the Void. Call of the Void would have been such a good closer.
Especially because it's got the Sleep Society audio clips in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
I
This
do
album
like
does
the
have its
touch.
flaws.
I do like the touch that the end is, where it's just like a personal message from the band. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like that's a product of the Sleep Society, where you get that message at the end to like show the appreciation for what they're trying to create. But I respect it for what it is, but I also don't know if I necessarily enjoy it.
All right,
Is how I feel.
I've been talking about the flaws of the album. I gotta talk about
Go for it.
the good parts because there are a lot of
Yeah.
good parts.
There are some good parts.
So,
for
lyricism, for the most part, it's all about being free. Pretty good.
sure. Silly
Um,
Canadian talking about freedom.
Yeah, we don't have guns.
Yo.
America runs out.
My God.
Okay.
Back on track, gang.
So yeah, Enlightenment, amazing opener. It is my second or third. I don't know. Second. I'm gonna say No, I'm gonna say third. Third favorite on the album, behind "You Are All You Need," which is we talked about in previous episode. I don't remember which one. Whenever it came out.
I think it was January, February.
Yeah, systematic. Also good. Then you get to Know Your Worth. Best song on the album, and I'm gonna read some lyrics.
Hit me with it.
Wait, I'm on the wrong one. Okay,
You
here
can
we
do
go.
it. I believe in you.
No, I had Enlightenment lyrics open for a second. I was like, what?
Oh, unbelievable. How could you?
Yes, so I guess I'll start with verse 1. Somebody told me to change and somebody told me to stay the same. Somebody told me it's fate. Somebody told me the way we live will come. What? That doesn't make sense. We live will come with a consequence. Oh, somebody told me the way we live will... Okay, I'm losing it.
I had that happen earlier when I was looking at holding absences. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I know, I know exactly what just happened to you. Don't worry. I've been
Okay,
there.
anyways. I love this song. It is amazing. I think it's funny when he says, I don't need you to tell me how to live. I'm on the edge. And then he tells us to jump.
That's a good lyric.
I hadn't picked up on that.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that either, but that's a good lyric. Now that you say it, like, I remember the way that he says jump into like the breakdown of that song or whatever, but I don't think I picked up on the lyrics that preceded that. That's great.
It's ironic and it's good. Yeah, I don't know. I love this album. There are definitely problems with it, but overall, Sleep Society, Call the Void, also very good songs. I love Call the Void. I'm gonna need some help here, guys.
Okay.
What does the title of the last track mean?
It's the end spelled backwards.
Oh,
What Bro.
Did y'all never realize that?
No.
Man.
Bro, I swear to you, when I forgot that when when Jacob was talking about Division Street earlier, I was looking at the closer and I was like, is that what it stands for? In my head I'm like, all right, D for division, and then it's like two threes. It's like E's, HT, Division Street. Like, yeah, okay, sure. I didn't know that's what that stood for, but go for it. Bro,
that's interesting.
Thanks, Jake.
You're welcome.
We're all brain dead.
Yeah, it's a very similar to Architects. Architects, there's songs that I feel like I want to like. Anyways, I'm gonna compare the two because I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to love the album as a whole, but the lows are very low. The highs are also very high. So, yeah, it's just a single song for me, I guess. Or album. Singles album. Yeah.
I think the last comment I want to make is that I had already touched on how this album felt like a roller coaster to me. I think it's just the pacing and placement of some of the tracks.
Yeah.
Like, you get
I think
Division Street after No Defeat for the Brave instead of and then you get Sleep Society and Call of the Void, which are two just kind of typical tracks. Like, I think you probably... I'm almost surprised that they didn't open the album with Sleep Society. It makes sense given Enlightenment fits as an opener. But I'm surprised to see Sleep Society at track 9, given how core that song is to the identity of this album.
Yeah.
And then I also feel like I don't even remember what PYAI is at this point. That's just some sort of an interlude as far as I think.
I have no idea. Well, yeah, it's in there. I thought you meant like what's it stand for. I'm like, man, I couldn't figure out backwards the end. You think I could figure out PYAI? Like,
But, like, I feel like Nervous coming in at track 4, I don't feel like you're deep enough into the album to appreciate kind of the build-up that song has. And I feel
actually
like
I will
uh,
say Nervous grew on me listening to the album rather than it being a
Like a single, yeah.
other than that, I don't really have too much more to add. So
yeah.
No.
The highs
Solid
are high,
album.
the lows are low.
Solid
Yeah.
album. I've definitely been converted to a fan of this band. I'll have to give some of their
Indoctrinated into the
I'll have
sleep
to,
society.
yeah, I'll have to give some of their previous material a listen now, considering this is my first exposure to the band. So.